What's up, Coffee and Cigars? Man, they've been talking to this morning. What's up, guys? Jimmy the Deuce with me. The OG Deuce. Who won today? George. George is the early bird. George was in here 6:46 a.m. Central Time.
Wow.
3 hours and 14 minutes before the stream started today. George wins with the first comment of the day, and then it was Rob. And then him and George just have conversations to themselves, and Rob sang to George this morning. Whoo! Now we're caught up. What's going on, guys? A lot. What's up, fellas? Donnie's in. Jimmy the Deuce, tell the guys what you're smoking today.
Today, I have gone retro old school and got me a CAO Consigliere.
And for you guys that don't know, this cigar right here was the original Sopranos cigar. Evidently, they got tired of paying the rights of using the Sopranos name. Cigar went away a year or two, came back, rebranded as the Consigliere. Still Mafia theme, but not the Sopranos name on it no more. George started early. He had an
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, what are you going to do? Go see your Guma. I'm smoking OG Cigabon, the OG cigar from Pravada. Before this one was copyright infringed, and they had to change it up. So this is the OG. Never heard of it, George. You've never heard of the CAO Consigliere? That to me, that is probably, other than the Flathead series, if you're going to buy CAO, you got to buy the Consigliere. Oh, that's right. George did the new Viva Connecticut. Have you tried the new Viva Connecticut yet, Jimmy the Deuce?
I have not.
Shame on you, man. I'm already.
I know.
I just finished one of my 2 boxes already. I bought a box of Toro and a box of Robusto, and the Toro is gone. Well, you are up there in age, George, and I know your memory is failing you a little bit. Donnie says he's got the Viva Connecticut on deck. Let me know how you like that, Donnie. I have wrote that down as one of my cigars of the year to be voted on. Make sure to go to the room, guys, and start writing down your names for top cigars. We will not be doing the stream December this time. We're going to let the whole year run because a lot of new cigars have been coming out in November and December and not leaving people enough time to smoke them. So we will be doing our Cigars of the Year stream more like a February, March this go around to ensure we make sure we get those bangers that are released at the end of the year. So, Deuce, I ask everybody every week, have you smoked anything new lately? Something new that you haven't had?
Yeah. I got on that Room 101. I can't remember the name right off, but there's a pink and a blue.
Oh, the Little Big Delicious.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The blue was last year, and this year is like a, what is it, a red or something? This year it just came out. It's on Smoke In. And then you can get a sampler box of, it's like 5 pink and 5 blue in one box. We just talked about this last Sunday, so it's pretty cool you say that. But
yeah. I grabbed a 5-pack and have been back and forth, and I think I like the pink better.
Yeah, well, you should.
I do. Yeah.
You like the pink better? Yeah, that's a great cigar. I got a couple of the blues left. Haven't had the pinks in a while because I'm married, clearly.
Clearly.
I did. The only thing new I smoked this year is from Lampert Cigars. It was in my Cigar of the Month club. It was the little pig size double end torpedo thing. And it was good. Really liked it. I do the Oxford.
And I also thought, my son gave us a little scare the other day, and I thought I was going to be a grandpa. And I thought, well, that's better than the boy and girl thing. If I'm going to buy a box, I'll get a box of those instead.
Well, you should get them regardless, because once they're gone, they're
absolutely
gone.
They're both really good cigars. I just like the pink a little bit better.
My only complaint is they're too quick of a smoke. I mean, they're quick. They're little torpedoes, but I mean, it's going to be under an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know where Bruce and Rich is. They're late as always. And is Jeff on the road this week? I haven't seen him. What year, George? This year, something. I don't know. What are you talking about? Always in here harassing me. Made me forget what I was just saying, talking about age. Fuck. Oh, yeah, Oxford Cigar Club. So I do their Cigar of the Month Club now. It's 5 cigars. So I have been smoking a lot of different stuff. So thanks to their cigar club. But damn it, he made me forget what I was talking about. It's all your fault. I'm too old to be distracted. So how'd your golf game go the other day with Jerry? He said y'all only played 9 holes.
We only played 9. I actually shot a 47 on 9.
Wow.
Which is the
Or
best
new
9
record?
that I've had. Yeah.
See, not playing golf in 6 years, you've lost your bad habits.
Man, you could ask Jerry. When we went out to the driving range, man, I sucked. I couldn't hit for shit. And I just I tried everything, and it's just like, you know what? It's gonna go out, enjoy my time. We got paired up with this guy and his son that are Puerto Rican, and shared some. He shared his Modelo beer, Modella. So if you've been to Puerto Rico, Modella, the gold can. And we shared cigars and had a great time. But I got out there and it's just like, and started hitting. And man, I was just driving them straight. My short game was okay. You know, it was nuts.
Well, you did the opposite of me. I go to the range and when I go to the range, I grab my driver. I grab my 60-degree wedge, and I grab my 7-iron. That's the only 3 clubs I need to hit because all wedges are pretty much going to hit the same. The irons, I mean, a little longer, a little shorter, but kind of the same swing. And then the driver, and I'll hit them 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, don't need to hit that one again. It's so good. And then I get out there on the course, and it's like everywhere. It's like, so I'm the opposite at the range. I fucking dial them in quick. Go putt, and then I get there on the range. It's like I never even warmed up or hit them motherfuckers. So I'm way opposite. Yeah, but I am shooting the best golf of my life this year. I've played more this year than I did the last 2 years combined because we're pretty much playing weekly. And I have shaved 10 off my handicap. I'm now at a 19 instead of almost a 30. I was like a 29. So I've shaved 10 off, trying to get it to about 10 or 15, but I've shot 85 this year. I've shot at 87. I only have one score that was over 100, and it was 102 or 103. So I am enjoying life again.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. George, where are you at this week, brother? You on the road? I know Elmo said he had to do honeydews today, but he was going to have us on the speaker. So I'm not sure how much he'll talk today. Rich normally don't come in to 30 minutes later. Jeff is missing. Rob was in here a whole hour before the stream, but ain't in here on the stream. So.
He came in, signed the
signed the guest book.
Yeah.
He came in like a wrecking ball. Local for now. Well, that's good, George. George, did you smoke anything new this week? Man, I cannot wait for them Espinosa Warheads. I can't wait for that new box. Man, we I don't know if you've seen the box yet, Jimmy, to do. So this is last year's Warhead box. I don't know if you've seen it. This is it. So we didn't think they would ever beat this box right here.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
Well, they beat it for this year. It is actually a 3D rocket. So it's completely round like this and sits up. So they beat it. We didn't think they would beat that box. But, yeah, the one coming out now is a legitimate rocket that can sit on your desk.
Oh, how cool.
So it's like, yeah. Can't wait. All right, George didn't smoke nothing new this week. Well, to you. Now, ask me next week. I'm going to smoke like 3 or 4 new things next week, as soon as my small batch order gets here Monday. And don't forget, burners, we got a small batch code in the thing. You get double rewards and a discount. So what else has been going on, Deuce? Now do you want to play golf more, or are you going to go find some golf buddies?
Yeah, I've got one guy that I officiate football with, and we had a spring scrimmage the other day, and he's like, "Man, we got to go." I'm like, "Hey, just anytime."
Yeah.
And the wife's out of town this week, and so I was going to tell him this week. And I don't know if you saw my post, but last Saturday night I got bit by a stray cat.
Oh, I did see you got beat up by a
cat. Yeah. So I've actually had to go through rabies vaccinations this week.
Oh, that's why your wife left. She didn't want you foaming on her.
Exactly. Yeah. She's like, "Man, if you're going to foam with the mouth, and I'm out of here."
So how were you trying to catch a stray?
So it got in our backyard somehow, and we got vinyl fences, so cats can't climb them. All we could figure out is it went up a tree and jumped in.
Fell in, yeah.
And so, I'm up and I'm watching a movie or something, and all hell breaks loose in the backyard. I run outside and make sure our cats are okay. That son of a bitch ran inside.
Oh, shit.
And it took us an hour to get it out of the house. And in one of those times, I had a quilt, and it got up, and I grabbed it, and I thought I had it, and that sucker made itself small, jumped out of it, and in the same time bit me. And I'm holding the cat like this,
So it ain't like you wanted to catch the cat. The motherfucker went in your house and wasn't invited.
And that thing could climb. I mean, it was like a cyclone in our house. We just looked at everything, and it was just through the kitchen, through the living room, through the dining room.
You were like on the great outdoors when they were trying to catch the bat.
Running the walls.
Oh, wow.
It was nuts, man.
Dude, I would have paid to see that. I picture the great outdoors where they're trying to catch the bat down there in the movie when they were staying.
Yeah.
That's what I picture going on. All right, good morning, Keith. Cigar Smoker Keith in here. Pastani San Andreas is out. I haven't had the San Andreas. I've had the regular one and the Connecticut, and those are great. How is the San Andreas, George? Corona. Yeah, the Corona. Yeah, those are real good cigars for sure. That's crazy, man. Cat. So Amy didn't get bit, just you?
Just me. So, I'm running around trying to catch it, and my hand is just gushing, and I've got this towel wrapped around my hand, and it I finally got it cornered, and I'm like, oh, that window doesn't have a screen on it. So popped the window open, it jumped out, and
then you still had to. Did you ever catch it and get it out of your yard?
And at work on Monday, and my hand's getting. Well, that was the front yard, so it was gone.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So it came in through the backyard, went through the house, out the front. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was on vacation, man.
So I went to urgent care because I knew it was getting infected. They're like, well, I mean, we could see you, but we still have to turn you into the health department.
Yep.
As a possible rabies victim. I'm like,
because they don't want a zombie apocalypse happening, man. We can't turn to Resident Evil or Walking Dead out here.
I'd be suspect 0. So that's been my last week, and I just have to say those fucking rabies shots hurt.
Damn, man, crazy.
I got 6 shots here, and then 4 shots here.
Well, at least that wasn't your good hand.
I know. I told Amy, I said, man, if it had been my right hand, I would just.
Well, then again, the swelling could have made it feel like somebody else was doing it. So
it was nice and warm.
Yeah, right. It could have been more enjoyable. All right, Keith said the San Andreas is fantastic. Keith, how does it stack up with the regular and the Connecticut? Do you find it as good or better? because I've always been pleasantly surprised with their cigars. Let me see. Where's my Instagram? I may have smoked. I think I smoked 2 different cigars this week. I've been smoking the hell out of those Viva Connecticut's. I'm not even going to lie, though, man. They're just crazy good. Let's see here if I smoked anything new other than the Lampert. I've been lazy, too. I'll smoke shit and not even take pictures of it. No, that looks to be the only thing. I did look up in Sam's this week, though. I was getting some groceries, and something told me to go down the bourbon aisle, and I walked down the bourbon aisle, and they had about 20 bottles of the Woodford Kentucky Derby edition.
I saw that pic, yeah.
So I grabbed that, and then I looked to my left, and there's a pallet full of whiskey they ain't put out yet. And there's a whole 6-pack box of Eagle Rare that hasn't been opened yet. So I look around. Ain't nobody there to open it. I cracked that bitch open myself. And then when I'm leaving, I'm like, I should have bought all 6 of them. They were only $39. And it's the newer Eagle Rare bottles that actually say aged 10 years on the front, where the old one didn't. So now they say aged 10 years on the front. But it was $39. I should have bought the whole case, but they're not marked up. And yeah, I've never found a full case just sitting in the wild.
I had that happen a couple of years ago with some Basil Hayden, and they had it on sale. It was either 29 or 33, one of those things, you know. And I was like, oh yeah, grabbed a bottle and popped it. And I'm like, I'd forgotten how good this is.
Yeah,
and went back, and of course they completely sold out, but. That was the 6-pack that I should have just bought.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Because that's what, 50% off or something.
Yeah, because Eagle Rare here, when you find it in a liquor store, actual real liquor store, they have it marked up to $100 a bottle. Mm-hmm. So I mean, 39's retail. That's what Sam's set for. Oh my God, Jeff misspelled this, but this is funny. Instead of eating busy, Pussy was trying to eat him. And then he comes back and corrected it. Instead of eating Pussy, Pussy was trying to eat him. So Jeff has made it in today. Dirty Birdie has made it.
All right.
Rob's going to pick up the kids. So Rob finally spoke again. He's alive. Today's Rob's last cigar day. He's got some surgery this week, guys. Y'all send some prayers here way. Yeah, 40 is normal MSRP, correct, George, but everybody here marks it up. Other than if you find it like Sam's and Walmart, but all of our liquor shops will sell it for $100. Nobody sells it for $40. I've been smoking a lot of the Punch Dad, the Dad's Home movies, Donnie. I really like that cigar. Yep, I bought that when it first come out because of the box looking like a VHS tape. I just had to have it. That's cool. I did not try that one yet. I don't know. I can't force myself to buy a cigar that's called the Wieners and put it in my mouth.
Yeah.
There's just something about that psychologically is traumatizing me. Yep. But yeah, 40 is MSRP all day long if you can fucking find somebody to sell it to you. Same thing with Blanton's around here. If you find Blanton's, that people have it marked up to 100 instead of like 60. Then Jerry was like, I text Jerry when I was in Sam's, like, bro, hey, they got all this, you want it. And then he texts me back an hour later, yeah, give me a bottle of that Derby. I'm like, bro, I've been gone an hour already.
Yeah.
So I called the wife. I said, hey, I know you got to pick the kid up. Can you run to Sam's and pick up Jerry a Derby bottle? And she did. So I gave it to him yesterday at golf.
All the bad things you say about her, Casey's pretty great.
Well, she did it for Jerry, not me, though. So
that's why I said all the bad things you say about her.
Yeah.
The rest of us, she hasn't any issue with.
Oh yeah, she'll help y'all with anything. I ask her for something, it's like pulling teeth. It takes 3-4 weeks to get it. Yeah, because I was playing golf last Saturday, and the guys in here know it, but I'll tell you real quick. We were on about hole 16, and my yard guy that cuts the grass at my office is called and said, man, I just pulled up at your office, and your front door is shattered. I was like, shattered? He goes, yeah, it's like shattered. He said, I ain't even started cutting grass yet, so it wasn't me. I was like, okay. So I finished a round of golf, and I immediately got to run to my office, and it was the tempered glass. So, I mean, it was speckled. It's gone. You can't save it. I start trying to tape it to hold it in, and it starts bowing in more. But the whole time you're standing there, you hear it popping and crackling more. So any minute it was about to explode and fall in my office. And I'm literally an hour from my kid's golf tournament. So I call around. I finally get a glass company that'll work emergency jobs on Saturday. They come and fix it. I missed my whole kid's golf tournament. Pissed off about that. So I tell my wife, because she's got all the machines to cut vinyl, I was like, I need you to cut me some stickers for my window, my office hours again. I think it was about Wednesday and I got it, but she made stuff all the whole time. I like Blanton's. George don't like Blanton's, but I really like Blanton's, man. I got a buddy owns a liquor store, and I can get it normally if he's got some in stock for normal price. But I like it. I've enjoyed Blanton's. What do you think, Deuce? You like Blanton's?
I'm not a big Blanton's fan. A couple of years ago, I did one of the places here had a rep from Buffalo Trace come in. And I got to sample everything that they had, and Blanton's is okay, and I think it's a good drink. And actually I'd had it before I knew what it was, and even then I didn't go back for a second pour of it. So I mean,
George calls it bland.
If I had a bottle, would I drink it? Yeah. But to me, it's definitely not worth that price.
Here's what I'll say with Blanton's. If I got to buy it at the marked up price, absolutely not. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it for $100. I'd rather get Whistle Pig or something like that for 100, 120.
Yeah.
But if I can get it for the retail price, the actual price it's supposed to be, I don't mind paying that for Blanton's. I think it's worth that side. Would I ever pay over $100 for a bottle? No. $50, $60 range, I think it's good for that. Yeah, that's my point, Donnie. People mark it up. It's just when you find it, it's marked up, and it is not worth the markup price. See, I haven't tried that brand, and I almost bought a bottle at Sam's. They had that too, George. So I may have to dabble in that. I see a lot of people posting that whiskey now.
Which one is it?
But I didn't see the cigar sessions. What is it? The Penelope? I haven't seen a cigar session version of it, but Sam's did have a regular session. I still want to try and I can't ever find it. The Hooten Young has a cigar blend version, and I can't ever find it. What's up, Tasha, the OG unicorn? What's up, girl?
I was trying to see if I had a picture there. Buffalo Trace has a. I was in Wino World one day. What does everybody else call it? Anyway, the big place, and the guy was asking me,
Total Wine.
Total Wine, yeah. It's like, what kind of flavors do you like? And I told him, and he went and grabbed this bottle. And there's part of the picture of it. It's kind of a conglomerate of everything that Buffalo Trace has. So it's got the horse on the bottle. The bottle is the bottle they use for Colonel, whatever that one Colonel thing is. Anyway, it's got aspects of every one of their lines on the bottle. Okay. And I think this was like a $70 bottle.
George says, is it Old Scott Jimmy?
It was just fabulous.
Yeah. George says, is it Old Scott Jimmy? Old Scout Jimmy? I think George is trying to guess what bottle that bourbon is you had. He said Old Scout Jimmy. He don't remember the name, George. He's old too. What's up,
Yeah,
Keith? Back
I
calling
could
people
I could step
stalkers.
in and get it. I know I've got a picture of it because I never can remember the name.
Yeah, I'm
And
curious. I haven't seen that. Tasha says Penelope is
all right,
good. She's got a few bottles too. I had to try that. How
give me
you
2
been,
seconds.
Tasha? How's Texas treating you? I think he's going to go get the bottle. He's going to get the bottle, George. We'll figure it out. Jimmy the Deuce, it's old Scout. Where he's going to look. He's old too. We're all old these days. Donnie Poston and Berners Church. Viva, Connecticut. That is the Toro, Donnie. Is this the first one you smoked, man? Is that the first? Deuce about to go swimming.
About to.
Got them trunks on.
All right, so it's called Chestnut Farms.
Chestnut Farm. I like the horse on there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like etched in the glass.
Yep.
Okay, now that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's hot as hell.
It's a Kentucky straight, and it was just.
So clearly it was good. You bottle killed it.
I bottle killed it. I've had another. I've only seen it at Wino World.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I've never seen that bottle.
And
ever.
again, I wouldn't have even known about it. And that guy was asking me what kind of flavors and stuff. And it's become my more expensive bottle pour. You know, the one that I'll put over in the decanter and.
What's the price point on that?
There, like I said, I think it was $69, $70 for that bottle, and it was when you taste it. When I tasted it, it's like, okay, I could pay $70 for this. It's not going to be
anything under $100. I'm okay.
Yeah, but this is a nice bourbon.
Very nice. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Look for a etched horse in a bottle.
You know, unlike how life was in Louisiana, man, everything here is just. I've got one liquor store that I go to that's got a really good bourbon display.
Yeah,
where you can get just about anything you want. But every place I've been, I've never seen this.
I know. I've never seen that at all.
And so that's my recommendation for the day, Chestnut Farms. Go out, grab you a bottle.
Yeah, I'm going to type that name in my notepad so I can remember that. Keep an eye out.
But
if I see that damn bottle, I'll know immediately because you're not seeing another bottle that has a damn horse etched all the way in it.
Not like that, yeah.
For sure.
So hopefully the price hasn't gone up since Buffalo Trace got flooded.
Yeah. Like I said, anytime I find a good bourbon under $100, I'm thrilled. I don't want to spend over $100 for a bottle that ain't gonna last that long. And I like I said, I'm still in love with Bullet bourbon, man. Give me $30 and let me buy a Bullet 10-year-old, and I'm happy. I'm thrilled.
So they've got it now. They've got it marked down to $59.99.
And that's at Total Wine because they will deliver. They will mail to me. I may have to hit up the website because they do deliver. You can ship.
Yeah.
We used to not be a state we could ship alcohol in, but now we can ship. Those places will ship to us.
Yeah, we are still one of those. In fact, the Total Wine here, for all you people who live in regular states, for South Carolina, when you go into Total Wine, you go left for liquor and you go right for wine and beer.
Interesting.
Wine and beer they can sell in grocery stores and gas stations, but liquor is a different thing All the liquor
and
stores.
George was, George was just asking you about that too. He said Total Wine and More in South Carolina. I asked because South Carolina has to sell spirits in a separate store. Beer and wine can be sold together unless it's a different door between the two. Yep, exactly, George. He answered the question without even knowing you asked the question.
It's the weirdest thing. When Amy and I, when we first moved here and we walked in, it's like, what's this?
Yeah.
And somebody was standing there and they're like, well, if you want liquor, if you want wine. So we always have to split up. I can't get her to pay for my shit now.
And you got to ring up twice. You got to ring up on each side.
You got to ring up twice.
At the same time.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Crazy. South, yeah, we were talking about you yesterday. We were talking about trying to find somewhere to go have like a long weekend golf trip somewhere, and we were throwing names around of states or locations that wouldn't be too bad to go to. And then Jerry was like, hey, I got a timeshare in Myrtle Beach. And I'm like, there's a lot of golf to play around there.
It is called Murder Beach for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, that's the world we live in now. That everywhere can be called Murder Beach.
Crazy.
That'd be a good horror movie title.
Murder Beach.
Yeah. Myrtle Beach / Carolina.
You could film it just walking around with your phone, down Ocean Boulevard.
Shit, they had a shooting. It's not actually in my town, but they brought them to our hospitals. But there was a town about 30 minutes away, man. They shot up a car with 4 people in it, and they split them up, brought them to different hospitals, and put the hospitals on lockdown this weekend. It's crazy.
Ooh,
Which is somewhere every day here around us. Somebody's getting murdered. It's crazy. But I tell people all the time, they're like, man, the world's going to hell. I go, here's my opinion on that. The world has always been evil and been going to hell, but now everybody has a recording device in their hand and social media. Yeah. You hear about it more now. You see it and hear about it more, but it's always went on.
And you hear about it almost immediately.
Yeah, because I was friends with cops 20 plus years ago when I was in college because I went for criminal justice. I was going to be a cop. And they would tell me, they go, man, if you knew what went on in this town daily and nightly that don't get reported on, but now it gets reported on. We have a guy's sole Facebook page in our town now is to run around anywhere there's police presence, and he's filming and recording it on it. So he's like a reporter that ain't a reporter, but he gives you the news better than the news does. He's anywhere there's multiple cops and something going on. Are you talking to Colonel Taylor's or something like that?
Colonel Taylor, that's it. It's the Colonel Taylor bottle, the horse from Blanton's. And I wish I could remember the whole thing, but it's
yeah, that's what he said, Donnie. Colonel Taylor's.
Yeah.
Not Colonel Parker or Colonel Sanders. Damn it, I'm out of my second cup of coffee. I guess it's time to quit.
Oh.
E.H. Taylor, George says. I've never had the E.H. Taylor brand. I see it a lot. George, you did all your yard work for the weekend, man, before work week? I needed to cut grass this weekend, but I looked at it and I go, it ain't going to matter if I cut that shit or not today because it's going to rain for a week straight. It's going to look the same in a week regardless. So I was like, I'm not wasting my time after this stream today cutting grass. George says E.H. Taylor is another overpriced whiskey.
I agree.
Never had it, man. I'll tell you another one I don't really care about. What's the one with the wax seal, the red wax seal on it? Maker's Mark. The only way I'll drink my Maker's Mark is I'm going to do a mixed drink. Because here's my philosophy on mixed drinks. I am not going to waste a good bourbon mixing it with anything. So give me something like Maker's Mark. Make me a old fashioned out of something like that. But don't mix no good bourbon in my mixed drink.
No. I usually get some Granddad's
Yeah,
$20 a bottle,
yeah,
and it's actually not bad.
right.
And then for $20, I'll make
Yeah.
bourbon cokes with that all day long.
Yeah, I'm with you. To me, mixed drinks should be made with low end bourbons because you're not going to really taste it. It ain't like drinking it straight.
No,
Yeah, Tasha, those mosquitoes are brutal. I was trying to watch the NBA Finals Wednesday night outside. I made it till about halftime, and the mosquitoes run me inside. I'm like, can't do it. But tonight, game 2 of the NBA Finals, so I will be watching that. Hopefully, the mosquitoes aren't bad with this storm about to roll through.
yeah,
Tired of these
my damn
fucking
Thunder better
tornadoes.
step up tonight.
Dude, you can't sleep on the Pacers, man. I'm telling you, the Pacers have done that so many times in these playoffs, be down by like 20 and come back and win the final seconds. It was so funny. So you look at the stat after that game. Oklahoma City led for the whole game other than 0.3 seconds
Yeah, I
and
saw
lost the
that.
game. And lost the
It's
game.
absolutely nuts.
Man, Halliburton's a beast. And I was thinking about you. I was like, I know he's an OKC fan, and I'm pulling for the Pacers. I really think OKC can win it and finish that year with Shea winning the MVP and stuff. But fuck, man, you can't count out the Pacers. I was worried about my Celtics having to play the Pacers, and then fucking Tatum goes down hurt, and New York snuck through that round. But I was really worried about when we got to the Pacers. They're a run and gun team. They don't slow down. They're fucking just 90-0. Sometimes they have to slow themselves down because they're playing so fast they start fucking up and turning the ball over.
Yeah.
But you can't count them out. And I love seeing it. I want to see a good series. But unfortunately, they said it was the lowest rated first game NBA final since 1988.
Wow.
Least amount of people have watched it. But I mean, it's
because they just thought it was going to be a blowout.
Yeah, well, and nobody cares about either team, honestly. I mean, it's not a big draw. I mean, both teams have great players, but it's just like nobody really hate. I mean, there are people that hates the Pacers. Normally, people will watch it just to see them lose, but it's not like having a Lakers in there or Dallas. I mean, Dallas would have drew more people. Yeah. Even without Luka, I think Dallas would have drew more ratings. Yeah, it's tough, and I'm a big NBA fan, so I watch finals regardless of who's in it. I won't miss a single game unless I'm not somewhere where a TV's at or we're traveling. But last year, I was crying like a big baby when it finished, man. I was like, I just seen the Celtics win again. Some people live their whole lives and never seen their team win a championship, but I've been lucky from watching them with my dad growing up. That's what got me on the Celtics. He was a big Larry Bird fan, and
yeah,
I was 5-6 years old watching the games with dad on weekends. And then it come to a time in his life he was like, he quit watching sports altogether. He's like, fucking over it. He would just watch us play, but he would never turn a game on no more. But I have memories of watching. I can't remember the first Bird championship, but I do remember watching the second one with dad when they won. And then, of course, I got to watch the 2000s when you had Kevin Garnett and all them boys won that year. And then seeing it again now, I was like, I feel fulfilled. And now if my Pelicans would just get off their ass and win me something, I got to watch my Saints win a Super Bowl finally.
Yeah.
So I'm getting there. I got one more team to win one before I die, and hopefully I'll see that. Damn, you guys got me thinking bourbon now. All this talk, I'm gonna be floating in a pool with a bourbon in a little while.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you.
I make my little tumbler and just float on a raft and play catch with the football or something with the kid. But yeah, y'all got me wanting bourbon today. I got a big ass pot of red beans and sausage cooking in the crock pot for 8 hours. Seasoned it all up last night and let it soak in that seasoning overnight, and I throw it in the crock pot 8 hours. Get that thick sauce in there. That's what's dinner. I asked the kid Friday. I said, "What do you want me to grill for you this evening?" He said, "Homemade hamburgers." I said, "Okay, what do you want for dinner Sunday?" He said, "Your red beans." I go, "Done. That's 2 easy meals I can cook and be done with cooking for the weekend." You eat the red beans 2 or 3 days if we cook so much of it, and That's a few nights we ain't got to cook. Cornbread. I'm not a big bread eater. The wife may get a wild hair and cook her some cornbread today, and I mean I'll eat it, but I'm not a big bread person at all in any shape or form.
Man, I live off bread.
Yeah, Donnie, that's the drink of summertime. That's how I make my lemonade. Bullet bourbon and country time lemonade.
Next time.
And I will fill this tumbler up with it, and I just lay back in the pool. That is a great summertime drink. Yeah, I've never been a big bread person ever. Like burgers, sandwiches. I mean, that's a filler, man. I'd rather have the food and not the filler. Bread just fills you up, and then you're hungry an hour later.
We're going to Paris in a month, and the thing about Europe is you can just get bread, 99 cents everywhere.
They hand it to you when you get off the plane. Here's a breadstick.
Yeah, here's a breadstick, and that's the way it was when we went to Germany. And man, we came back from Germany, and it's just like, man, nobody over here knows how to cook any kind of bread.
Yeah,
but we're excited. We're excited about just walking around with bread and cheese and talking funny.
Now, cheese, I love some cheese of all sorts. Give me a nice cheese board or something like that. But like Friday when I cooked the burgers, I made me like a quesadilla burger out of it. I took like spicy tortilla flat wraps, and I put my mustard and my melted cheese on it, put the burger on there, and just made like quesadilla. I'll eat my burgers like that sometimes because I just don't want bread.
And I love cornbread.
Yeah. Now, growing up, I'd eat the hell out of cornbread, but it's just like I said, I don't crave bread. Bread is a food I'm like, oh man, I gotta have bread. Unless you go to a nice Italian restaurant, man, I want to soak up that.
Then you're gonna have it.
That oil and that spaghetti, so whatever, and then I want bread when I'm eating Italian. You gotta have bread with Italian, for sure. Yep. What didn't you know, Tasha? Me not liking bread or bullet bourbon and lemonade is what everybody in the South needs to experience in the summertime. I'm telling you, you won't go wrong. You go to Walmart, you buy the huge thing of country time lemonade. You can do the pink or the yellow, bullet bourbon, ice, and that's your summer sipper. I am weird, Jeff says. And I'm not a bread person, man. Never been. That doesn't make me weird. That just means I don't like eating bread. Yeah, Tasha, try that. Bullet bourbon, country time lemonade, ice. That's your summertime drink. Because you have the same weather I have. It will quench your thirst. It cools you off. It's good when you're outside.
And when you're at work, it just looks like you're drinking an Arnold Palmer.
Right? Oh, speaking of golf, have you started watching Stick yet with Owen Wilson?
I've watched the first episode.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah. And then I had forgotten I was looking for something to watch. It's like, this new movie, and forgot I was already in the middle of another series. I'm trying to get it finished and then move
That's
over.
what I'm about to do while I'm in the pool. I got to finish. I've started watching Superman and Lois because the show finally ended end of 24, and I was waiting on it to finish. There's 4 seasons. Dude, and I'm so hooked on it. It's so good. They did a totally different route than you've ever seen in Superman.
Really?
Yeah, so this show starts with Clark and Lois are already married. They got 2 teenage sons, and they move back to Smallville and leave Metropolis. So that's how this show starts. And then all hell breaks loose. They even do the whole, I don't want to give you spoilers, but I mean, you would know if you looked it up, but they do the whole death of Superman angle in the final season where Doomsday kills Superman. So I got like 4 episodes left, and I'm completely done with the story. And I don't even know if Superman's coming back alive or they just finish it out like that. So it's like,
no way to come back.
And then we started watching Stick this week, and we got through all the episodes, and we're like, what the fuck? And they don't release a new one till Wednesday. They dropped either 3 or 4 last Wednesday, and you got to wait. But it's so good. I just love anything golf movie, golf shows. The Happy Gilmore trailers got me jonesing for next month. I'm like, let's go. I'm not weird, Jeff. No, bread's a filler, man. I'm telling you, bread. And I'll tell you something else. I'm not that big of a pasta guy. Like, I could eat pasta once a month. I'm happy. I'm not somebody that's like, man, I got to have pasta every week. Give me pork chops every day of the week. Give me steak. Give me all the meats.
You're obviously not Italian.
Yeah, no, not Italian. No. I'd rather have like Chinese or Greek food. Oh, I love Greek food, man. We got a nice local owned Greek traditional. These guys have been open like 15 years, man. You get you some shawarma, get you some. Ooh, I'm telling you, Greek food. Don't sleep on Greek food if you never had true Greek food.
My dad took me when we lived in the Oklahoma City area. I was 14. Took me to eat Greek first time, and I saw them shaving all that.
Oh yes,
meat off, and
off the rotisserie.
Yeah, man, it's like okay, I could live on this.
Yeah, the seasoning. We'll do I'll do they have a chicken shawarma, or they have a chicken shawarma pasta, and then you got to get the hummus.
Mm-hmm.
They do these like little cabbage egg rolls too. It's like cabbage wrapped with the meat inside of it. Dude, man, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's just good stuff.
Yeah, shit. Jeff, what have you smoked yet today? And did you smoke anything new this week? Everybody, that's my weekly question for you. Yeah, man, and they're local, like they're from over there, and they're in this community now, so everything's authentic. You'll walk in there and you'll see the skewers hanging with all the meat, seasons, and a good hibachi. I'll take a good hibachi grill any day too, man. Yeah, Jeff, you got to look up the Superman show. So it was on the CW. It, like I said, it just ended. So I put it off. They only did 4 seasons, but if you like anything Superman related, and this guy is great. He is real good at Superman. Maker's Mark is all new coming up, but it wasn't. Yeah, I'm not a big Maker's Mark guy at all. There's a few low end bourbons. What is there's another one. It ain't Maker's Mark. It's shit, it comes out of the same. Oh, the regular Buffalo Trace. I would mix it too. The regular. Now they have some different Buffalo Trace are good, but to me the regular, I'm like, I would mix that too. If I go to a restaurant, I'm like, because I normally, if I'm eating a good steak, I like a old fashioned, a good smoky old fashioned. And it's like, what you got? And then, yeah, you know what? I'd do that. So we got a restaurant. We go every year because my son goes to camp in Arkansas. So we got end of this month. We go one weekend to drop him off, and we got to fucking immediately go back the next week to pick him back up. And it falls on our anniversary every year. So we got this place in Hot Springs we eat at every year, and they will bring you that fucking old fashioned in the glass jar full of smoke. And they open up the box and the smoke just comes out and you start smelling that old fashioned. So I get that smoky old fashioned every year with a nice big steak. Damn, Donnie, you need to refresh, bro. You're about 10 minutes behind in the chat again. You just now commenting on Maker's Mark and the Pacers. Yeah. You gotta refresh, man. Make sure you're on that live button in 10 minutes from now when you see this. Yeah, Superman, like, did y'all guys watch the original back in the day when we were like teenagers? Well, Jeff wasn't a teenager, but Lois and Clark on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Terry Hatcher and Dean Payne. Fucking loved that show. I honestly think this one's better. 100%. And I love the adventures of Lois and Clark. Yeah, I get that. I could see that, George, being a low proof. But like I said, I wouldn't drink Buffalo Trace by itself. To me, that and Maker's Mark make me a mixed drink out of there. I am a sucker for a good old fashioned though. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna finish up Superman and Lois today, and then I'm caught up. I got to go to the next month. We'll be going to movies. We got to see the new Fantastic Four movie and the new Superman movie. So that's next month's lineup for us. Oh, breakfast in Portugal, man! I have not had that one in a minute.
Oh,
That was
wow.
breakfast, and now he's smoking the AJ 20th. How is that AJ 20th? I didn't buy any, but I thought about getting a 5-pack. Oh, you smoked that new shop exclusive Espinosa George was posting? Yeah, that AJ 20, it was a little pricey though, man. Man, this cigar is smoking slow, Deuce. I think you fucking smoking faster than me with that big cigar.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got a little bit
I thought
more. And I lit this 10 minutes before stream. This is the cigar bond for Pravada. A caramel Manhattan. It will change your life. Have never had a caramel Manhattan. I've had regular
No,
Manhattans.
I don't really like Manhattans.
I don't either. That's why I always go to the old fashioned.
The old fashioned. Yeah.
Everything about an old fashioned I love.
But when you add caramel to it, because to me, why I like the old fashioned better is that brown sugar sweetness that pops out. And I think Manhattans are just a little bit more, I know it's not made out of gin, but more ginny in how it's a little bit more sharp.
Yeah.
So adding caramel to it may
wake it up a little bit. Yeah, I've never thought about that. Yeah, Manhattans, I don't know. AJ 20th is a great stroke, but for the price I'd pass. Thank you, George. That's the input I wanted to hear, because that's what made me not put them in my cart when I seen the price. I think it's like $20 a stick for that AJ 20th anniversary. Wow. Seattle for Business 2 weeks ago and got hooked on that Manhattan. I will look for that next time we go to a little high-end place that does Manhattans. I'm curious now. It almost sounds like it's going to taste like a little treat. One more year and the Lakers will belong to Luka, Donnie. I'm with you, man. LeBron needs to get out. He's a team killer. And rumor on the street is he will retire after next season, and that's just going to be like his going away tour, giving everybody another chance to watch him flop for a year and cry. I hate LeBron. We can work a trade. I will trade with you, George, for AJ 20 because I ain't going to buy it. Okay, George says he bought 2 of them. They are pricey. I mean, Jeff. I always fucking call Jeff George because it's a J. Y'all fuck me up. But
Jeff
don't think
George
the price was worth.
A pretty good quarterback.
Yeah, Jeff George. Yeah, I'll trade with you, George. We'll figure something out. And thank you for that too, Jeff, saying it's not worth the price. I will not be buying that. Super excited, guys. I was talking about earlier, if you were not in here, Caldwell Mad Mofo just put out a Habano Mad Mofo. I just bought a box. They sound the same. Jeff, George. I mean, you see the instance. But yeah, so I bought the 10-pack box of the Mad Mofo Habano. Can't wait to get that in. I got the new Blackbird coming. I bought a 5er of the new Blackbird. Can't wait to try that. I got the new Lure cigars that come in a 5-pack bag. I think they're called like the fish stick or something. Hang on, let me tell you. I'll tell you everything I just bought this week that's going to be new. Bear with me 1 second. How you like Aaron Rodgers going to yet another team?
I was over him before he ever got started. I find it really funny that his career path has followed the person that he tried to knock off.
Brett Favre,
yeah. And so I don't know. I think he's.
I seen the perfect meme that describes what Aaron Rodgers is right now the other day. Somebody posted a meme and it said, the Steelers getting Aaron Rodgers this far in his career is equivalent to you sleeping with the girl from high school 30 years ago that was fine and now is big and fat.
Exactly.
Just to say you did it. Just to say you did her. Donnie, Walmart, Sam's, Country Time Lemonade should be easy to find. Okay, so the Caldwell, Long Live the King, Mad Mofo Habano I bought. And then we have the fish sticks. Yes. So Lure fish sticks, pack of 5 in a package. They're called the fish sticks. Those are new. I got those coming. The Blackbird Meadowlark is the new one. Got those on the way as well. And I did one more new cigar. And I can't find it right now because I can't access my order because I don't remember my password. But there was something else. So I'm getting 4 new cigars in this week that I've never had, which will be good for next week when I say, hey, I smoked something. Donnie, lemonade, Country Time lemonade isn't a thing, man. Just buy you any lemonade then. Country Time is like the lemonade of lemonades down here.
Yeah, you know what they say.
George says, Jason, the trade is off. I must have smoked the 5-pack I had. I just checked my humidor and can't find them. So it must have been better than he thought. He done smoked all 5.
I guess so.
See, that's why I say that old age. But yeah, Country Time lemonade, man. I thought you could find that shit everywhere.
It's like that good old-fashioned lemonade.
Get you that. But yeah, any lemonade will work, Donnie. I just, like I said, Country Time is easy to find down here. Shit, all the restaurants, if you order a lemonade, it's Country Time. It's just, maybe it's just big in the South like the rest of us. Yay-ho. Speaking of letdowns, Jimmy the Deuce, this season of Oak Island was pretty lackluster.
I was really disappointed in the lack of finds.
Yeah,
I mean they found a couple of good things, and historically, they're kind of digging things through, but it's just like, man,
I'm starting to really believe this guy on TikTok I follow. So there's this conspiracy theorist guy on TikTok, and he is very close with some of the Oak Island people, Blankenship and a few others. And he says, and he's got scans and evidence in his TikTok showing, but he says, so everything on Oak Island was found season 1, and they're just dragging out the show. And he says what's underground there in the money pit is an actual ship buried. But he said there's really, and he said that's why they're hitting wood at all these along this straight stretch, and they keep finding stuff. He said, but it's an actual ship buried. They've already found it. There's really no treasures and stuff in it, but yeah, it's an old pirate ship that they buried. And he's adamant, man. He'll post different things and different videos and different letters that the guys from Oak Island have sent him and stuff. And he's like, yeah, they're just making the show go on, but that's what it is.
Well, I think Lot 5 is.
Oh, that's the active area.
It's really become the place that's just like, you know what, just give us a spin-off of Lot 5.
Yeah, man, you got that. They were digging up like that fort now. They found that other hatch. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, because, I mean, you got these caissons going in now. You should have found something if something's there. So,
right.
It's like, how many times are you, we drilled beside it. I don't know. But yeah, I was super disappointed when the season finale happened. I was like, really? That's it this season?
That was it. Yeah. I was expecting, them holding off to the one big find. And
yeah. I mean, and they keep bringing up wood. Yeah, it's not natural for wood to be buried over 100 foot deep. Something's down there. It's like, what are you bringing up? But I'm curious to see how it plays out, because this guy really has me thinking now. He's like, oh, yeah, it's all been found. They're just making a show. Everybody's getting paid. We're going, and we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, they
Oh,
could
did
pay
you?
me. I spent
Yeah,
a summer out there.
yeah, I'd pretend. Oh, and I follow this Facebook page. There's a guy that lives on the island, and he goes out there and gets in a little kayak, and he's out in the water, and he gives a daily update, and he shows pictures of all the equipment coming in, what's leaving, and he updates on what from outside because he can't actually get over there. But he was
Right.
showing this week all the big trucks and the digging equipment that came in, and I'm to the point just dig it all up. Dig it, dig it. And you horror guy, before I forget, did you watch the new Fear Street on Netflix? Fear Street Prom Night or Prom
Prom night,
Queen?
I did. I did.
I, li-
You know,
I liked it.
those are R.L. Stein. And when my wife caught me watching it, and she's like, "Really?" I'm like, "These are the best because you know they're not going to be A-list movies.
Right.
They're
Later,
but they're
George.
they're put together so well. Yeah, I've
Dude,
liked all the Fear Street so far.
yeah, the first, I didn't know they were R.L. Stein though.
Yeah,
So the first
yeah,
three, the
they're
way
R.L.
they
Stein.
entered, the first three, the way they connected. So when I first come on to watching them, they weren't numbered 1, 2, or 3. You had to figure out the order yourself, and they aren't
Yeah,
in chronological order by the year. So you were bouncing around, but then you realize they're all three connected. But now they make it easier for people. They'll say part 1, part 2, and part 3.
right.
But for all of them to be connected by that one spirit and that one being, and then bam, they give you Fear Street Prom Queen that happens in the same town, but a totally different story, but it's linked because it's the same town. I was like, I love
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
really was happy with it.
And then I had to rewind it because when that mom gets killed, you know, they do a little flashback
Yeah.
and they show the blood coming out of her head, and you know that blood starts making like a pentagram, but it's like
Yeah.
a more than that.
Well, that's
And I'm
funny.
like,
Me and you
what? That was
rewound it at
something.
totally different parts. I rewound it at in the locker scene where the girl in the bikini gets killed. I'm like, I need to see that one more time.
Yeah, yeah. I just
She
couldn't
was a
believe
brick house.
I couldn't believe she got killed. So yeah,
She
that was
was
a
a brick
good.
house in that bathing suit. I'm like, what's your name? Let me Google you.
Yeah,
Jesus. You don't watch horror anyway, Jeff. It's okay. But no, Fear Street is a Netflix original horror series, and there's 4 movies in it now, and it's real good. Now, if I can get the It prequel to hurry up and drop, and the Camp Crystal Lake prequel to finally finish on Peacock, I'm ready for all that.
yeah. That'll be the Camp Crystal Lake will be very interesting. I mean, I think there's so many for the It prequel. There's so many places they can go with it.
Well, you
Uh,
see who's going to be Pamela Voorhees. She's freaking hot.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah,
always.
because
So I'll watch it just for her.
original Mama Voorhees was not attractive.
No, no, no. But the new
No,
one, younger Miss Voorhees, is going to be fine.
is okay. So
Let's see.
yesterday, I speaking of horror, I went through and I watched the first 5 Final Destinations.
Okay.
I'm ready to see
Yeah.
Bloodlines, and so that was my yesterday.
Well, Bloodlines broke records, man, for R-rated film, a horror film, money made. I
Yeah,
can't remember Final Destination 5, but I watched them all. My kid has been watching them now. He's kind of getting into horror, and I'm loving it because the wife will not watch them with me.
you know. Speaking of, there's a really campy show called Hell House LLC,
Hmm.
and I watched the first one, and then my son said, "I'll save you time, Dad, because 2 and 3 aren't really that great."
Yeah.
And so he tells me what happened to them. He goes, "I just saved you 6 hours of your life, or 4 hours of your life." So my wife texts me because she's up with her cousin in North Carolina. She's like, "Have you ever watched Hell House?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "Well, they're wanting to watch it." I'm like, "Okay, go for it. You know, you
Yeah.
wouldn't watch it with me, but go for it." And so she watches, and then she texts me back. She goes, "Well, this happens to be Hell House 4, so I don't really know what's going on." I'm
I
like,
don't
"Great.
know.
When you get back, we'll watch the
1,
original
2, and
Hell House."
3. Those are cool. I like the original, like the Fun House. I mean, all the to me though, most of the best horror movies are going to be the off the wall goofy ones, like the Hatchet series. I loved
Yeah.
Hatchet. They even in the 80s, the Sorority House Massacre,
Yeah.
all those stuff is just corny, goofy, fun. Ash versus Evil Dead. So yeah, Jeff, you need to get in the horror industry, man. You're missing out on some good movies. Yeah, so they're all good. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the prequels. There's a couple horror movies hitting movie theater this summer too that look pretty good. Can't wait for the Thanksgiving sequel. That was a great horror movie.
That was so much better
Yeah.
than I expected. I was going to
Yes.
watch it no matter what.
I got Scream vibes off of it. It was a classic like Scream.
Yeah.
It was a good slasher.
It was a
Hard
very
Eyes was good too. Hard Eyes, a new horror movie that I liked. That was good.
Yeah.
Did you watch Hard Eyes?
Yeah,
Yet?
and again, it's very 1980s. Hard Eyes was.
Yeah, anything that duplicates 80s horror. I'm not big on like supernatural horror and all of that unless it's based on a true story. But give me a slasher film where I'm having to guess the whole time. They will put you on one character and you think that's going to be the killer, and then the switcheroo. That's why I like the twist in Hard Eyes when you finally realize who's doing the killing in Hard Eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, shit.
Well, it's kind of the same way with Fear Street Prom Queen.
Yeah. Yeah, that one got me.
Know?
But I figured it out when they go back home after you figure out the one killer, because you know there's two the whole time, and I'm like, oh shit, she's in on it. Damn, Donnie, you just now talking about Buffalo Trace, buddy. We got to get you some faster internet. Jeff just said the same thing. Damn, Donnie, talk about delayed reaction. Like, we're going to end this stream in a minute, and Donnie's going to be in chat for 10 more minutes before he knows it ends.
Just going through and
he's
talking about everything. And
it's weird. Like, if you're watching on your mobile phone or iPad, you have to, like, go under there and make sure you click the live because it will delay it, like, big time. And anytime you back out of the browser and come back in, it kind of starts you off where you were at instead of catching it back up. So it's crazy. That AJ is fired, Donnie just said. Donnie, we're not laughing at you, bro. We're laughing with you. Let me see the last time AJ was mentioned in chat. 10:53, and it's 11:09 now. So 16 minutes ago.
Wow.
Just rolling, man. Jesus. Yeah, so there also one more thing about horror, because I know these guys don't like horror, but they're going to revive the Friday the 13th franchise. They just got the rights back at it, and they did a recreation of the current version of what Jason Voorhees will look like. So if you haven't seen that artwork, Google that, because that's my favorite franchise ever. Friday the 13th is my be all. I mean, I like Nightmare on Elm Street, but watching it back now, it just doesn't hold a candle to what it was when I was a kid. But Friday the 13th has always been it. That's like, so anytime, I mean, they're putting Jason in video games now. I mean, they're like using him now. He's going to be a bunch of different video games, licensing. I mean, he's in Fortnite, and then they give you this new artwork. The only thing about the new artwork, I don't like the shape of the hockey mask. Other than that, they kind of kept the traditional brown and green clothes, but not big on the hockey mask at all. Man, Jimmy Deuce, I could just sit here all day with you and keep lighting up, brother. It's been a while.
That's that's good timing on their part, especially with the prequel coming out.
Yes,
it'll pique everybody's interest, and
we probably would. It's probably been 15 years, I would think, since we had the last Friday the 13th movie. So you got another whole generation that's waiting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's waiting. Because I know I want to experience that stuff with my kid again. He keeps wanting to watch Friday the 13th. And I go, buddy, when you're 15, I'll let you watch Friday the 13th. He goes, why? I go, because there's a lot of stuff you at 12 don't need to see right now. Right. It's all about titties and blood.
It's all about titties.
Oh, Jeff, I would have loved to seen that originally in 3D in the theaters because those 3D kills in part 3 were amazing. Jeff said he went to see it in theaters in high school, the
Oh
original
wow.
3D, because they got the arrows through the eyes and the
Oh
way.
yeah.
Because I watched it years ago on TV with the 3D goggles, man, that come with it. Because when you were buying like the collector's edition sets, they came with the 3D glasses to watch it at home. And just on that cheap 3D, I would love for them to put that back in theaters with today's 3D glasses and watch that. That's pretty awesome. That's the last horror movie he's probably watched, by the way, because he was trying to get laid. That was in high school, and they don't do horror anymore after that.
Yeah.
So I hope you got some after sitting through a horror movie, buddy. We tried to get our son to watch Ghost Ship the other day because me and wife don't watch horror either, but she loves Ghost Ship. And that opening kill will never be topped in any horror movie.
Yeah. I mean, actually,
first and only horror movie, Jeff said.
you could take all of cinema, and when you talk about an opening scene,
that
you'll never forget, that's it.
And it was such a great movie, and it broke all traditional laws. You had the first time ever that a black guy survived a horror movie. LL Cool J lived.
Yep.
But yeah, that opening scene, man, I'm just telling you, the shock and the wow factor off of that, unexpected. That had like some Final Destination vibe kills on that opening scene.
Oh yeah,
it's just crazy. But the wife will watch that, but she will not watch any other horror. I mean, but she'll watch like Walking Dead and that kind of stuff, and like Resident Evils. But as far as true horror, that's another franchise I want back. Bring Resident Evil. They announced this week they're doing the Resident Evil 9 video game finally, and the trailer looked crazy. I had to try AJ because AJ, man. Donnie, you're killing me, bro. We're still on AJ, man. Don, you need some Elon Musk internet where you at.
You know that Ghost Ship opening scene, they a Japanese horror movie redid that a few years ago, and I don't remember what it was, but it's a busload of Japanese schoolgirls.
Oh, you told me about this during our podcast.
Yeah, one of them drops her pencil, and when she gets down to get her pencil out from under the seat, the bus driver, somebody's put a wire across the road.
Yeah.
And she stands up, and everybody in there have been chopped in half, and she's the only survivor.
So, Jeff, did you like the Resident Evil movies? See, I like a good zombie, man. They're doing a new World War Z. Did you see that preview yet?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that too.
28 years later, that's the next zombie movie that I'm really interested in. Gotta go back and watch 28 Days and 28 Weeks.
Yeah, you remember the one that was done in Alaska? What was it? Where it was night? The like
30 Days of Night.
Yes,
one of my all-time favorites.
Speaking of zombie, did you watch the Last of Us TV show that's based off the video game?
I have not watched that. I've heard so much about it. But
he watched World War Z last night, so he does like a type of horror. It seems like he does the zombie horror, but not the slasher or the Conjuring. Man, I love that series, but it's based off a true story, so I kind of dig those. The one with Russell Crowe as the priest; those are real good because they were based on true stories.
Hey, Russell Crowe. What was it? The Priest Exorcist, where he's riding a little Vespa around Italy.
Yeah.
If for nothing else, watching him ride that Vespa around, is great.
Yeah, I will watch them all day long based off the true stories. Walking Dead was a great series. The comic book was way better. I quit watching the Walking Dead series when the Whisperers came to town because I knew what the Whisperers were going to do. But now once the Walking Dead continued, they were past, and it's kind of like Game of Thrones. Once the TV show got past where the books stopped, they were shit. They didn't have nothing to go off of no more.
Didn't have anything to build, and
Yeah.
Just shows you the writers don't have a good sense of imagination, especially when you've got a series that's gone on that long. How do you not be able to build off of that?
Yeah, because I tell you, man, Game of Thrones, I lost all hope in writers the way that series ended. That was the dumbest cop out of a fucking series finale in the history of TV shows. I invested all of my years of my life to this fucking show, and you end it like that? There was no purpose to that. But yeah, Last of Us is a good zombie show. And if you're not familiar with the game, it will make it even better for you because you won't know what's coming. But it's a must watch. But it will fuck. You will be pissed. But I knew the video game, so I knew what was coming. My kid watched it; he knew what was coming. But yeah, they did good on it.
Does it stay pretty true to the video game?
Yes, I mean there are tons of social media posts where they will play the video of the scene in the video game and they will play the scene of the TV show. And they're like the dialogue, the scene, the kills. I mean, it is like true to the story. So they're only going to do 4 seasons of it, and then it's done. Season 2 just ended, so it's a good time to start binge watching it. And HBO normally don't let you down, man. They know how to make TV shows. I agree, true. Jeff. Walking Dead was, I mean, not The Walking Dead. The fucking Game of Thrones was awesome till the end. The whole fucking White Walker build up. I mean, it was just such a good show, and you end it like that. Why? Why? And if you've seen it, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. That last episode was a waste of what, 8 years, 9 years of my life? Did you finish it? You seen it? The last season of Game of Thrones? James?
Game of Thrones is another one that I never really got into. I only watch, I'd watch it here and there.
Yeah.
But
no, it was
really
good,
got
man.
into it.
And the spinoff now, the House of Dragons, Jeff said he couldn't really get into it. Jeff, if you can go 5 or 6 episodes into that first season, the House of Dragons is amazing. My wife, I got her hooked on House because she lost all faith too. She's like, I'm not watching that. We started watching the House of Dragons spinoff, and it is worth the watch. What's up, Chris? He said I never read the book and was pissed. Yeah. The ending, it was a fucking cop out, man. It was like, what the fuck? I don't get it. But honestly, though, if you've never watched it, it's still worth watching all the Game of Thrones because it is a great show, even though it's gonna fucking piss you off the way it ends. All in all, it was a masterpiece. It really was. They were so good at creating villains like King Joffrey in that fucking show. He was such a bad villain that you hated him in real life. You would probably walk up to the street and just fucking throat punch him. He was that good as a teenage king villain. But I've read it has hurt like he can't get roles now. He is so typecasted of being that person. Nobody can give him nothing now. Yeah, Jeff, 100%. Season 2 was amazing. Season 1 was a little slow, but House of Dragons gets so damn good. We went and watched the new Lilo and Stitch live action movie, and I will say I was very impressed because normally they are not good when they remake something live action, but Lilo and Stitch was good. We're super excited for How to Train Your Dragon live action because my kid's still at that age and the wife is a Disney fan. But yeah, man, Game of Thrones, you get me ranting. I'm just telling you, me and the wife, it ended and we kind of looked at each other and was like, what the fuck? They should have got George Romero or whatever his fucking name is just to come in there and write the last season for him because that last season was just, you have something that's so epic and you just like, I don't get it.
Fumble it.
Yeah. Oh man, no, it's like butt fumble. It ain't a regular fumble. It's New York Jets Sanchez butt fumble.
I never watched the last season of Dexter. because
I've never
I was
watched a
watching
single episode
I
of
was
Dexter.
watching them behind, and
Yeah.
everybody was like, same thing. The way they ended it, not even worth it.
See, and
I'm
I
like,
won't
well,
let people do
I
that to
ended
me.
it. I ended it on a good note.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it
I
there.
won't let critics and I won't let people stop me from watching a show because normally they're wrong in my opinion because I like some dumbass shit normally. But I'm going to watch the show through no matter what you say. Jeff, you're going to love it, man. I ain't even going to lie. Lilo and Stitch was hilarious. And the girl is worth watching Lilo and Stitch for an hour and a half. Lilo in the movie, they casted her very well. Little tan Hawaiian girl wearing belly shirts all the time and short cut off jeans the whole show. It's worth the watch. But I ain't gonna lie, I enjoy them movies too. We didn't get to watch the new what was the superhero movie in theaters last month? The new Avengers, the whatever they fucking first named it, and then they changed the name of the movie to the New Avengers. Because I'm a big superhero guy. Y'all know my comic book obsession, but I definitely missed that. I got to watch the new Captain America. It's on Disney now, so I need to watch that. My kid started it for like 10 minutes. Is like, Daddy, it sucks. I go, bro, you didn't even watch it long enough. I'll watch it, even though I don't like that part of Captain America where he's off and we don't have the same Captain America no more. You can't, Jeff. I mean, you can't. If critics say they hate it, I know I'm going to like it anyway, so I'll definitely watch it. You get a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes, guess what? I'm watching you. That's my priority. I'm going to watch you.
Critics hate it. I'm watching it.
Man, I'm nubbing this thing, and I ain't even ready to end today. I got nothing else to fucking do. I may smoke another one with you, Deuce. My wife's in there fucking building walls and hanging shit in her craft room. I bought her her birthday was last month, and I bought her she's always had the crickets and been able to do vinyl and print, but I bought her a actual embroidery machine, and she's been dabbling with that. So now she's like in the zone. She's getting her craft room.
Got it.
Oh, you've watched the new Captain America twice. Okay. I'll watch it just to watch it. I watch all superhero movies. But seriously, my recommendation today is everybody watch Superman and Lois. And you are not going to want to stop binge watching, man. But they're long seasons. They're like 18 episodes a season because they were on the CW. But I liked all the DC shows that came on CW. I liked Arrow. I liked The Flash. I was okay with all those CW movies, TV shows. Thing. Oh, dude, I was so mad when they canceled Swamp Thing after a season. I was hoping Netflix was going to revive it, man. There was a push.
Would pick it up, yeah.
There was a big push for Netflix to revive it because they did it with Lucifer. Loved Lucifer TV show. They canceled it. Netflix revived it for 2 more seasons, and at least we got the story to finish. Lucifer was such a good show, and that's a DC comic for you people that don't know. That's another show. Oh, fucking Preacher. Preacher was a great show that's made a comic, too. That was a great show. Yeah, Jeff, let me know what you think. Like I said, I got 4 episodes left, final season. Dude, I've been watched 4 seasons in less than 2 weeks. I can't stop. It's just that damn good because we've never seen that story anywhere but the comics. You never get old Clark and old Lois and move back to Smallville and Clark's mom's dead. I mean, it's just, and I'm going to tell you, Superman's best friend in this TV show is Emmanuelle Shariki. And if you don't know who she is, Google her, and that's a reason to watch it. She's in pretty much every scene. She's a main star of the TV show.
Best friend?
Yeah, she's Superman's best friend, his high school girlfriend. She is what's her name? Lena Long.
And, Lena. Yeah.
She plays Lena. And if you know who she is, if you remember Entourage back in the day, she was Eric's girlfriend in Entourage. One of the best TV shows ever. Entourage was the be-all, it-all of bro shows. And then The Rock came out with his TV show on HBO where he was the fucking agent or whatever. What was the Rock's TV show? Ballers. Ballers became the new Entourage. Yes, Entourage was the it. I'm telling you. That's another one I got to binge watch because I just finished. I want to start Peaky Blinders back and watch it through because the movie will come out soon. I just did my third watch through of The Sopranos again, and Entourage is on my list to watch from beginning to end again. That was just a great show. Yeah, Ballers was great. You didn't watch Ballers, James?
Nope.
The Rock is an ex-football player, and he becomes like this this agent. And he ended up buying a football team. It is like that back and forth shit like Entourage. It was a real good show. 4 or 5 seasons of it. Preacher was fire. Yes, Preacher was definitely fire. Matter of fact, my bull mastiff sitting right there by me, her name is Tulip. She is named after the girl star in Preacher. I almost named my kid Ass Face off of him, but you know I didn't. So.
Well, but I mean, you can still call him Arseface.
Yeah, but Preacher is a great show. Like I said, a lot of these TV shows, people don't even realize they are based off of comics. The Boys. Yeah. If you haven't watched The Boys or Gen V, must watch shows. Yeah, I seen the Entourage movie, man. I own the complete box sets, collector's edition box sets. Entourage was the shit. I like that. I like when these old shows come back with a movie. Deadwood was the same way. We got a Deadwood movie 10 years after the show ended, and it kind of filled in the pieces. And it was like 10 years. It literally picked up after the 10-year gap in the show. So 10 years it went by. Deadwood was another. I mean, to HBO, top-notch TV shows always. Yeah, Emmanuel Shariki. Woo! Woo! Superman and Lois. Damn, man. 1 hour and 30 minutes already, Deuce.
Wow.
When's your wife come home? Today?
Yeah. She should be home in a couple hours.
Uh-oh, you're going to be in trouble. You got the house clean yet?
No. I usually do that about 30 minutes out.
Oh, shit, Jeff. You missed the Deadwood movie? Go watch it. It's on HBO, brother. It is a great finish of the show, and that's what I'm expecting out of Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, the only thing about Peaky Blinders is, as much as I would love to go see it in the theater, I don't know if I'll be able to understand half the shit they say without subtitles.
I don't think it will be, and I think it's just going to be a Netflix movie. I don't know if they're going to do it in theaters or not.
You're right. I think you're right. I think it's, which is nice.
Dude, that final season of Peaky Blinders had the world fooled. And I'm not going to say what went on in case people haven't watched it, but the way those doctors in the circle fucked with Thomas Shelby that last season and had him losing his mind.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jeff, you couldn't get into Peaky Blinders, dude. It was the fucking equivalent of the Sopranos, man. Fucking mafia family, just based off of a real gang, man. Peaky Blinders. Oh my God, that surprised me.
I was really taken aback when they switched him over and he became a politician.
Yeah,
and I'm like, where are they gonna go here? And then you realize very quickly, and most of you all know this, but politics is nothing but mafioso.
There's no better way to protect your business if you're not running the law.
Everything that he normally does and the people that he works with, it's all exactly the same. Just it's seen as okay because it's politics.
Well, and the other thing, and that takes me on. Did you watch the new series of Daredevil that just came out?
Mm-mm.
Oh man! So Netflix, Disney revived Daredevil, and they kept it true to the Netflix Daredevil. Gory, crazy kills, blood everywhere. I mean, they did it right, and it takes place after the other show, a couple years after the show, and now Kingpin is actually fucking mayor.
Oh.
So you have corrupt Kingpin in there that says he's a changed man and actually wins the election. And him and Daredevil are like sitting down because Daredevil's really not a vigilante no more. And they're having this private meeting like, Daredevil can never come back. And he's like, okay, but you can never go back to the bad Kingpin or we're going to have a problem. And there's like this back and forth, but shit happens, you know? And now they're reviving the Punisher because the Punisher appeared in the Daredevil show. So they're bringing back Punisher with Berthol. So it's all back in this mix. So you got to watch the new Daredevil. It is good, man. Because this is like dark Daredevil. He's going through all this shit. He hasn't put the mask on in forever because he killed somebody. I mean, it's just like all this back and forth of all these internal demons he's dealing with, and it's crazy. And then Kingpin, you can never cast somebody as well as they did for Kingpin. This dude is amazing actor. To me, one of my favorite actors to watch, right up there with Walter Goggins and Timothy Olyphant. I love watching Goggins. If you didn't watch The Righteous Gemstones with Goggins in there, one of the best TV fucking characters ever. Baby Bobby Billy.
Oh, Baby Billy.
Baby Billy. All I want is
Freeman.
Yeah. All I want is $2 million and some cocaine. Is that too much to ask?
Who's asking for an 8-ball, $2 million?
So I can finish this damn movie.
I sent that to my kids because we just got into it. So we're about halfway through the second season.
Oh,
and I sent that clip to my kids.
Yeah.
You know, my Father's Day wish.
Right. I sent that to the wife too. I just anytime you get Danny McBride and you get Walter Goggins together, they did Vice Principals together, which was amazing. Those guys are so funny. And the characters he made for the Gemstones are so fucking hilarious.
They are.
You never heard of the Righteous Gemstones? It's an HBO show and it just ended. And Walter Goggins played one of my all-time favorite shows is Justified. Him and Timothy Olyphant was together. And Boyd Crowder was his character, and they made that bad guy so fucking likable that you wanted him to get away with everything, but he's the villain of the show. That show was so good. And then if you haven't watched The White Lotus, that's another show Goggins was in this last season. The wife got me on White Lotus. And if you like murder mystery, the first episode of White Lotus, somebody dies, and you got to spend the rest of the season figuring out who did the murder and who died. It is so well done. And every season is a whole new cast of celebrities. It's such a great show. I'm with you, Jeff. Justified, one of the best TV shows ever, and also the Justified movie that came out a couple years ago. Great. I'm hoping they bring them characters back for another movie. Timothy got that movie made, man. He went to the people that did Justified, and he goes, because Justified's based off books. So there was another book spinoff, and he took this book to the creators like, we got to do this as a movie. And they signed off for it, man. Yeah, Justified is amazing. And Timothy also was in Deadwood, man. I'm telling you, that's an actor. If he does any movie or TV show, I'm watching it.
You're there.
Got to, man. And everybody has actors like that. You're just going to watch it. You got to watch it. Yeah, that movie, I love that, man. Give us 5-10 years break and bring us a movie back. Introduce these characters again. Well, Deuce, don't let me hold you if you got to go, man. I'm nubbing this thing.
I'm good. I told the wife what I'm doing. She knows what to expect. You know, after 20 years, she knows what to expect from me.
Yeah, I said, I've been ending these things an hour flat, but man, anytime I get with you, we just fucking ramble for days. And Jeff is still in here talking to us, and Donnie pops in every 15 minutes and comments on something 15 minutes ago, and that keeps us going. Damn, Jeff, I just seen that. You couldn't get in Peaky Blinders, and you didn't like The Sopranos. What the fuck? I've never seen anybody that didn't like The Sopranos.
He's gonna need to come to
Wow.
the office, and we're gonna put some plastic down.
He don't
Before
like
he
horror
can
and he
see.
don't like The Sopranos, man. Sopranos is like, fuck. I wish he wouldn't have died so we would have got a Sopranos movie. We did get a Sopranos prequel with his son in it. Oh, and speaking of, his son is in the new Daredevil TV show.
I saw his son in something else the other day. That's
He
about to
works for
come out.
Kingpin. He's a press secretary or something for Kingpin. It's
Interesting.
good seeing him. Rumors is we're going to get a true prequel TV show with his son playing a younger him like he did in the prequel TV show.
In the movie.
The movie. And I'm all for that because the movie, man, was lackluster, honestly.
Yeah, I
movie,
didn't watch it because I'd heard when your friends say, "Man, this is just a big letdown." It's like I'm not gonna.
It wasn't a letdown because you get a lot. It was like 2 hours of backstories. It was almost like they're building something, like, well, maybe a TV show will come from this because it was like you got more of an insight of the Tony's uncles and the upbringing he had and the people he was around and how he starts working for him as a teenager, may go do a little collection here and there. So it was a lot of just that. This is what made Tony who he is. This is what went on. Oh, yeah, I'd rewatch it. I could literally, like I said, I just finished the third watch of The Sopranos, and I guarantee you within a year, I will go back through it. I mean, it's like, what, 20 years old, and it still holds. I mean, it's just there. It's that good.
Gandolfini he was such a great actor. And he was in a movie that I watched where he ends up getting divorced and he's living by himself. I mean, it's just this total opposite of his soprano role. And he's vulnerable and he shows all these emotions, and then he gets with this girl and he thinks it's love, and then she breaks his heart, and it's just, to me, probably one of his best performances ever. And it was either his last movie or his next to last movie.
What gets me mainly is the whole taboo of The Sopranos. You got this big bad mafia boss, and he does the one thing you're never supposed to do. He has a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And he's in waste management. I mean, he's sitting there weekly talking to a psychiatrist, and he's a fucking mob boss. And everybody knows it. She knows it. So she's like reading into what he says, like, oh, well, he killed a man, but he's not saying he killed a man. I mean, and she can't say nothing to nobody because she's bound by it was so well done.
It was really a brilliant script, and I think it was one of those they followed through, and every season's really great. And I know you and I have talked about the ending, I don't know how many times, but I was even okay with the ending. Especially after looking into mafia stuff, and if you watch the guy in the jacket.
Yep.
And he goes and checks out the bathroom to make sure there's nobody hiding in the bathroom.
Right.
And it was just 100% mafioso, the way they would do a hit in a restaurant.
I guess in a way, he said he ended the show like that because he wanted you to interpret it. But also, I think that if he would have killed Tony on screen, the world would have rioted. He was a bad guy that you pulled for. You didn't want nothing bad to happen to Tony. He was that lovable of a character. But now, years later, he finally comes out. He let everybody hang for 20 plus years, and now he says, "Yeah, he died." I mean,
he was fine.
There's no way in it. And then they did it, and then it would have broke all mafia rules anyway. I mean, you did it in front of his family, so once again, whoever did it broke a cardinal rule. You don't mess with family, and you don't do it in front of family. So it would have been done right there, and it's just so well written, man. You don't get gems like that often. There was never a down season. You may have had one or two slow episodes, but you never look back after The Sopranos and were like, man, that season sucked.
No, not at all.
No, because you go from a couple times he had to murder his own friends, man. they get out there in the boat and they have to kill one for flipping an informant. And then you got the one that turns gay and they get, I mean, it's just, there was always something. There was never like, yeah, it's just, I just, that's all I can say. It's just that damn good.
Oh, there you are. I lost you for a minute.
Oh, yeah. I lost you a while ago. You were robotic.
Yeah, it stopped you, and then I went to a double swirly screen.
Uh-oh. You need that Elon Musk internet too. Now you're on Danny. Yeah, now you're on Donnie time. You better make sure we're live with your comments.
I might, yeah. The show that I'm finishing up right now is Your Honor with Bryan Cranston. Did you ever watch it?
I ain't seen that either.
That's a good one, and I think there's only
Your
2
Honor.
seasons. Yeah, and
I never did Breaking Bad either.
I never did Breaking Bad, but this one starts off. It's 1 year since his wife died, and he's grieving, and his son accidentally hits his kid on his motorcycle, and then they find out it's the mob boss, the local mob boss, and it's filmed in New Orleans.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, and then it just goes from there.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Donnie just now laughing, but I don't know what Donnie's laughing at.
What he's laughing at? Yeah, he's probably laughing because he realized he's finally that far behind.
Oh my god, that is fucking crazy. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's a lot of great shows. I'm sure there's some I could go back and watch, but man, another one like True Blood. I watched the shit out of True Blood back in the day. That was another HBO gem. It was filmed in Louisiana. The vampires down South Louisiana. That was a good twist on a vampire show.
Yeah. I don't remember how many
like I said, HBO's got it. HBO's got their shit down. They have some of the best writers and directors. The way they make TV shows, it's an art form. And Netflix is getting good too. And Netflix is just building a huge ass movie studio. They're building their own studio now. So I can't wait to see what comes out of that. Amazon Prime, every now and then, will have a good original show on Amazon Prime. They'll do a good movie here and there, but Netflix is legit.
To me, Netflix is still kind of hit and miss. That last Tom Hardy show, I think it's called Havoc. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
I felt the same way. It was just, I mean,
it was a weak story. It was a weak story, but action-wise, action and kill-wise was amazing. Story
I think was they took a story that they didn't have any substance to, and they filled it in with all this action.
Yeah,
and
that was it, because they did good on the Jamie Foxx vampire show. Did you watch that one? Jamie Foxx was like, he's moonlighting as like a pool cleaner, but he was killing these vampires and stuff. They were found in these hives.
Man, I don't even recognize that.
Yeah, well, hang on.
On Netflix?
Yeah, and the other good one was Bright with Will Smith. Did you see Bright, where they were like had these powers?
Yes. The one movie I really liked that they did was
it was Day Shift. It was Jamie Foxx in Day Shift.
Day Shift. Okay.
So he was finding these like hives. It even had Snoop Dogg in it, was a bounty hunter, but they would find like these hives in these houses, and there was a market when they would kill vampires. They would pull their teeth out and they would sell them to this vendor, and older vampires' teeth brought more money. It was a great show.
Wow.
It's on Netflix. It came out in 2022. It's called Day Shift, and it is a vampire money. He is a vampire hunter. So definitely check that one out.
The one Netflix movie I really liked was Arnold Schwarzenegger, Fubar.
Fubar, I love. The new season's coming out now.
The second one's about to come out. I just thought it's so funny.
Yeah.
Had good action in it.
Yes.
Well scripted.
And a great twist in it. Great twist with the daughter. See, I was late. I didn't watch Fubar till probably about 6 months ago because I was just, it's been in my watch list forever. I was bored. There was nothing to watch. And when I fired Fubar up, I literally had to watch it that whole weekend. I couldn't stop. I watched it all that weekend. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, that was good.
They don't call me Roo because I drive a Subaru. I drive a Subaru because I'm gay.
Yeah, that one got me. And the other one I like, that's the Netflix original, is the one with the guy that plays Thor, Chris Hemsworth. It's the one where he's like that agent. And part 2 starts immediately the next day.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of that, but he was like rescuing people. And he was trying to rescue that girl. Yeah, he likes Fubar too. Damn, but that one was good. And it was 2 parts of that. I was trying to think of what the name of it is. But yeah, like I said, and I love all the Adam Sandler movies they do. That was the best contract ever. Adam Sandler signing with Netflix.
Yeah, I think they we might be getting some rain here pretty quick. I think they've done a good job. Whoever the owner is of Netflix, I can't think of who that is right off, but when you go back into the day when we had DVDs and when he decided to start going streaming, and his stock plunged, and I remember I was upset about it. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing ever. And you look now and you're like, wow, that was the time you could have picked up Netflix stock for nothing. And I probably wouldn't be working today had I done that.
Shit, my account with Netflix is so old. I was on the 4 DVDs a week plan, man. They would send me 4 DVDs. I watch it and mail them back. My plan has been open that long.
Yeah, I was the same way. They would go down. You would put in a list.
Yep.
And you could
mail them in order.
You could either choose, or they would just mail you the next 4 on your list.
Yep.
And man, that was the thing.
And once you mail them back,
we're going to get away from that.
4. Yeah. But I mean, they were ahead of their time, but it was a great move because everything's digital now.
Yeah.
I don't even own a VCR or DVD player now. I don't have a DVD. Well, my PlayStation by default, but we don't own DVD players.
Well, I've got a DVD player that I keep in the man cave because I've got all these movies.
Yeah.
And it was funny because my wife was going to throw it out when we moved here. She goes, can't we get rid of this? I'm like, no, I've got all these DVDs that I'm going to watch them. Yeah. And I swear to you, her sisters were up here for her birthday back in April. And she comes to me and she goes, can we borrow your DVD player? I'm like, excuse me? The one that you wanted to get rid of?
Right.
One of the sisters had brought an old family vacation that they put on DVD. And I'm like, okay. So I pulled it out of the man cave, hooked it up for them in the living room. And
what's this technology you're using? What's these cables?
Yeah.
My dad, he had a DVD player in our camper that we would stay in when we hunt. Then he had a DVD player in his bedroom. So years ago, I gave him all my DVDs other than my collector's edition box set horrors, like all the Freddys together, all the Jasons, all my Entourage. I kept all my collector's edition box sets, and I gave him all the other DVDs. And shit, man, he loved it because he'd lay in bed at night and watch DVDs. But shit, we don't even have satellite. Everything I got streaming now. We have YouTube TV, Netflix. I don't have any DVDs that I actually watch.
Yeah, and again, I've got them. And yesterday when I was going through Final Destination, I'm like, I know I've got these, and I've got the first 3 on DVD. And I went out there and I looked at it, and it's like, do I want to unhook all of this, or I've got a streaming television system, and it had them on there.
You still got your VHS porn, man. That was the best porn back in the day. VHSs.
Oh hell yeah!
You try to pause without the lines. And
you'd have to try to dial it in to get the perfect view of it.
Shit, when we moved in this house 5 years ago, I was boxing up stuff for the house, and I found like 10 DVD boxes of the original Girls Gone Wild shows. You'd buy them on the late night, you get like 4 DVDs for like $20 on the specials. The old Girls Gone Wild. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
2 hours of girls in the street flashing you. Hilarious. That's another. That's also shows your age right there. If you ever own one of them DVDs.
I thought you were going to say that's another series I need to go back and catch up on.
Right? Maybe I do need a DVD player again.
knowing that all those girls are probably grandmas
50,
now.
Yeah, 50 years old. The company don't even exist no more. I think the owner's in jail for underage girls on camera. I mean, you're not carding people in the street.
He got in the biggest trouble when he came out with one of his boxes that had a girl on it.
Yeah, the cover.
Snapped a picture.
Yeah.
Not in any of the movies, but her friend saw it and go, "Why are you on this?"
Yep.
And yeah, so woo.
Hey, he made millions. He made millions, though.
Yep.
All right, guys, we'll go like 9 more minutes. We'll round it off to the 2-hour mark, and then I'm sure my kid is wondering why I ain't in the pool yet, but he ain't either, which means he's busy playing Oculus with his buddies. So, but yeah, man,
it's play with your buddies.
That's the only. It's so crazy. Like he'll say he wants to do something with me, and then he'll go get busy with his friends, and like 6 hours later, it's like too late to do what he asked. He goes, "Dad, I thought we were going to do something." I'm like, "Dude, where were you at the last 6 hours? I done swam 2 weekends ago." He's like, "Daddy, let's swim." I go get in the pool. He never comes out. I swim for like 2 hours floating. I'm out dry, already changed. He goes, "Dad, I thought we were swimming." I'm like, "I text you. I called you. I've done swam today, buddy. I'm done." That's the world I'm in. What, parents, your second choice when they get that age.
Yes.
For sure. I got to figure out what cigar number 2 is going to be while I'm in the pool today.
So we'll go back to something we talked about a little bit earlier, and y'all need to come to Myrtle and
man, I need a golf trip.
We'll have a fun golf outing.
I told them we'll plan something for springtime, man, where it ain't so damn hot. Because ideally, I like to do a trip like where we could play golf on a Friday and a Saturday. You get 2 rounds in, then you just come home that Sunday.
Yeah.
So I mean, Myrtle Beach, what's that, like a 7-8 hour drive from here for us, though?
No. It took us like 14 hours.
Oh, shit. You'd almost have to fly. Well, I mean, we got 4 people traveling.
We got 4 people.
We just drive it straight, take turns driving, like get there on a Thursday night, sleep, play golf Friday, play golf Saturday. It could still work.
Yeah. Well, we had 4 cats, 2 cars, and
right.
So we
y'all
stopped
were
a little bit more. Y'all probably push through and.
Because I'm good for 12 hours. I just don't like driving anything over 12 hours. Like, I would say, shit, here, I'll do 8 and the next person do the rest or something.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I've done 14 straight, but it's brutal. We've done that to Tampa before. We just drove straight to Tampa. But I'll drive Orlando straight from here. It's a little under 12 hours. I don't mind that drive. But, yeah, something about anything over 12, you're just exhausted.
Yeah. When I was driving back and forth to Sarasota once a month, that became a little daunting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, and then you leave super early. It's just brutal because my wife don't want to drive on them long trips, so it's like just me. I'm going to be the one that drives.
Your driver. Yeah.
And I hate it.
Yeah, we'll get that planned out. And
Shit, we need to get you back to Louisiana too for a long weekend, man.
I know.
Su casa, mi casa, man. You ain't got to get a hotel or nothing. We'll fucking go play golf all weekend.
I haven't seen my mom since I
You
left
moved.
down there.
I know. You go to stay with her a couple days and come here and stay a couple days, get some golf in, some good food.
I told her when we left, I'm like, we'll find y'all a place up here. You're more than welcome. Follow us. And she has this church group of ladies that she just loves.
Oh yeah,
So,
she got her support system where she's at. It ain't like she's alone. Yeah. She's got her own life, man.
She's got her own life.
Yeah, she don't. Now if she was alone, nothing to do, and nobody to chat with, it'd be a different story. But
and my sister lives with her, so it's not like
she's been here so long. It's home now. I mean, it's definitely home for her. Cause how long she lived here in the state?
She moved down a year after we did.
So over 10 years.
Yeah, 9 or 10 years.
Oh, it's home now, man.
Yeah.
She's retired and just does what she wants when she wants? Or she's still working?
No, she's retired. My sister works from home, so
that's perfect then. Yeah, Jeff, if you got multiple people driving, you can definitely do it. But like me, when we go on vacation, my wife don't even stay up to talk to me, man. They sleep. And I'm like over here, like pulling over to walk. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm tired. She goes, oh, okay. And she goes back to sleep. Don't even offer. She just goes back to sleep. But she just wake me up if you can't drive no more. I'm like, what's that going to do? You're not going to drive. Well, no, I'll help you find a hotel. Oh, yeah, thanks a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I'll Google and look for a road off the interstate, a hotel.
You know what?
We used to have the rule. Yeah, we used to have the rule. I'll drive there, you drive home. No, that rule's out the butt. So now what we agree on is I drive there and back, but you drive everywhere in those towns while we're there because I hate in-town driving. My road rage and looking for parking spots. So that's what the deal is now. Okay, I'll drive to and from, but I ain't touching the car the whole time we're on vacation. That's all you. Anywhere you want to go in between, it's all you. I hate driving.
We do a pretty good job going back and forth driving. And
I'm hoping she, like right now, she got a new car a month ago, and I have yet to drive it because she's so in love with this car. She wants to drive it all the time. So I'm hoping in 2 weeks when we go to Arkansas, the novelty hasn't wore off yet and she's still liking it.
Yeah. Like, oh wow, your first road trip in your new vehicle.
Yeah, I tried to drive it the other day to go to the kids' game and she goes, no, I got it. I'm like, really? She goes, no, I got it. I'm like, you realize it's a month and I ain't even been in a driver's seat? No, I'm good. Yeah, but I bet that changes in 2 weeks. Bet you. All right, Deuce. Well, man, it was a blast. I'm going to go
as always
see if the kid's ready to swim, find me a second cigar, and fix me a drink and float in that pool like fat people were meant to do on hot summer days. And, yeah, man, other than that, stay put, Deuce. And everybody, y'all have a good day. Y'all got 2 hours out of me today. Feel blessed. There will be no stream next Sunday, guys. That is Father's Day. Enjoy that day with those closest to you and your family. And we'll pick back up the week after that. I'll have one more week of stream before I'll be gone the following 2 Sundays. So, but no Father's Day stream. I hope you guys have a great Father's Day, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Everybody have a good one. The Deuce said deuce.
Deuce.